Keaton and Terry will be the deep men. Keaton is an interesting story, a guy who had meningitis last year, sat out, and of course on came Amos Zaraway, so his role changed completely. He didn't know whether to stay or leave, but he has decided to stay. This will be Terry at the 15-yard line. 25, little room, 30, 35, fights his way out to the 36-yard line, kind of picked his way through traffic and did an excellent job. So good field position for the Mountaineers. Check on Randy Moss. Last time we saw him was down on his knees. Foreman is the motion man. Bolger waits and then dumps it out to Zaraway. He can't hang on. That might be they're going to call it an incomplete pass. Very close. Moss seems to be all right as he sits with his quarterback, Pennington. Winding down quarter number one. Little delay and Zaraway tries to get outside. Does at the 40. They bump him out of bounds. Finally Beckett knocked him out of bounds. Zaraway moved it out beyond the 40 to near the 42-yard line, a gain of 6.
That's called making something out of nothing. A play that wasn't particularly blocked very well. Zaraway, Pukinas, the right guard, trying to go up and lead this thing. You look like you've got him stopped here. Up, John Grace fell for the move. Zaraway puts a little jiggle, and 7 yards later, it's third down.
And the way they blocked B.J. Cohen there almost was a clip. You can see Chapman and Zaraway. They have been the big threats offensively thus far. Straight drop. Bolger in some trouble, wrapped up. He's down inside the 35-yard line. All over him is B.J. Cohen, the senior from Conley, Georgia. Andy Moss is deep. First opportunity. Here comes some pressure. Gets it off. A nice high floating kick. Moss kind of decoyed him a little bit. Now he's got a little room at the 25. Tries to cut back the other way. Spins away from one tackler. He covered a lot of ground. Schiller finally down to make the hit on him, but he did not pick up much yardage. It'll be at the 25-yard line. A 48-yard punt, 7 yards on the return.
John, you get the feeling Marshall's not at all intimidated by West Virginia. Sitting in here, gaining confidence with every series. Cohen sitting down, listening to the defensive staff. They've got to be much happier. Cohen last season, 63 tackles, 50 assisted, 9 sacks, tied a team high. The 11th best defensive end in the country by Street and Smith.
From the 24-yard line, the Thundering Herd. Pennington on the rollout, looking, throwing. That pass is caught outside the 40. It's grabbed by Wicks. Wicks goes down near the 45-yard line. And he was wide open that time.
When you're having problem with protection, the thing that quarterbacks do, offensive coordinators, take the quarterback out of the pocket. Roll him out of the pocket. Run away from the pressure. He does a good job throwing across his body. Wicks, another guy like Moss, a lot of speed. Big gain for Marshall.
Steve Lippy over to make the hit. It's a 22-yard pickup for the Thundering Herd. They've got it out beyond the 45-yard line. Pennington 6 of 11, 66 yards. And showing the calm, cool, collected style that he displayed in 1995 in leading his team to an NCAA Division I championship game. Not much there for Chapman as he wiggles his way out to about the 47. Give him 1. 30 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Straight drop. Pass is deflected. It's in the air and up for grabs. And West Virginia's got it. The Mountaineers have intercepted. It was deflected at the line of scrimmage. Coming away with it is Cogdell, I believe, number 1.
Pennington back in the pocket. If you can't get to the quarterback, jump and get your hands up. Jason Williams does that. Cogdell comes down with it.
The danger there for West Virginia is there were too many guys around the ball.
Too many guys. That's when you fumble the ball.
That's right.
You drop it, don't catch it, it falls on the ground. Good job by Cogdell.
1st and 10 near midfield. Again, Foreman in motion, but it's Zaraway. Tries to get away from one of his own, and he's in open field at the 30. Cuts it back at the 25. He could go. 10-5. Touchdown. Wow, what a run. Zaraway breaks it. There is a flag on the ground back at midfield. And let's hang on. It was a brilliant 51-yard run. Personal foul against Marshall. It's a touchdown.
Amos Zaraway is worth the price of admission. What a cut. Gets away. Open field. The open field is just not fair.
Well, Leroy White started it all, and he had to work his way past Solomon Page, number 77, to go into his routine. He has 73 yards so far. Is that right? 93 yards. Okay.
Foul on the defense. It'll be a 1.5 yard penalty. It was accepted. We'll take it now. Touchdown is good.
They do penalize him half the distance. So a little closer range for Jay Taylor. The extra point is up and good. There are 2 seconds remaining, and let's go back once again. Watch the work that is done offensively here by White and also by Page.
Solomon Page, but watch Leroy White, number 34. Zaraway sees the opening. Great backs have great vision. This guy can see the field. In the open field, you are not going to tackle Amos Zaraway.
The race was on, but you knew that John Grace was not going to be able to catch Zaraway.
And you have to like those little yellow socks or whatever he has on. Everything up here is blue and gold.
That's right. Everything. Hoping to kick it deep. This is Wicks, and he will stay. So the ball will come out to the 20. That's it. We played the first quarter. All the excitement, the build-up, it's all gone West Virginia's way, starting with the blocked kick for a touchdown. The Mountaineers turn to the second quarter with a 21-3 lead over Marshall. 97, Marshall now. Chapman is the lone setback, and Pennington once again changing up at the line of scrimmage. Incomplete near the 24-yard line. Intended that time for Kolfa. 2nd and 10 at the 20. Chad Pennington from Knoxville. Played as a freshman, did not play as a sophomore. That one is almost intercepted. Barrett Green got there, but could not put it away.
And Barrett Green comes from a pretty good gene pool. His father, Joe, played at Bowling Green for who? Don Nealon. Almost picked this thing off.
That time you had 2 defenders moving in front of Randy Moss.
You know when you've been in coaching a long time, when you coach a former player and his son. Don Nealon.
Well, 18 years here, and he also
9 years at Bowling Green. He's been around for a while.
Very successful at Bowling Green. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. There's the quick pass at the 20. Slamming him down. Not much that time for Chapman. He was knocked to the turf as he crossed the line of scrimmage and got about 3. It'll be 4th down. The second kick for O'Neill was a 61-yarder that chased it all the way back to the end zone. Fair catch called for outside the 35 at the 37-yard line. That's where the Mountaineers will put it in play with 13:59 remaining first half. And we have a timeout with 13:59 to play. There is Terry. He called for and made the fair catch. That'll give West Virginia the ball at the 37 when we come back to Morgantown.
John Wade is sporting a cool hat, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And we have some backup runners in there for West Virginia.
Curtis Keaton, the ball carrier.
Keaton carried the football. Curtis in there for Amos Zaraway. There's Wade.
There must be ice packs or something in that thing, because it almost looks like one of those hats you put around your head, John, to go on a safari.
Yeah, it does. Ball at the 40-yard line. A gain of a couple. No place to put anybody in this stadium. Capacity is 63,500 and more. 2nd and 8 from the 40. They fake to Keaton. Down the middle. The pass is caught at the 35-yard line. Josuega made the catch and went down at the 35. Good play action fake that time by Bulger. 35 yards for Marshall, 42 for West Virginia. 30 of that came on one drive. But it's 1st and 5 for the Mountaineers. And the second team is in there. Keaton picks up about 3, picking his way inside the 30 down to the 27. McLeod on the hit. Also Andre O'Neill, number 55. It'll be 2nd down and short yardage, 2nd and a couple.
You know, everybody talks about Coach Nealon and his conservative offense. I've been very impressed with the way they've ran their offense, very efficient. And this is not like the pros. They don't have preseason games to go out and get the wrinkles out of it. This is their first showing, looking very impressive.
Looking right side and caught at the 20-yard line. Banged down is Foreman, but he made the catch before B.J. Summers could get to him, and Bulger looking sharp on this drive. They've had that combination with Zaraway's running. Foreman in motion. Quick give to the fullback. Bouncing inside is Plants. Playing without a hat as he got down to about the 10-yard line.
Number 46, Mark Plant, carrying the ball.
Plants on the quick hitter. They'll spot it at the 11.
Mark Plants carries the football, but I'm going to tell B.J. Cohen, play football with your helmet on. Look at his helmet. There it goes.
There it goes.
You know, the lucky thing, there's nobody's head inside of it, just the helmet.
And the helmet almost made the tackle.
Good camera work, guys.
2nd down and 2. That's Foreman in motion. Keaton cuts it outside. He could go. He will. Curtis Keaton for the touchdown. Led by Mark Plants, number 46.
He did a great job leading through the hole. And you know what? With this West Virginia offense, Leroy White, Mark Plants, these guys are the ones going to, with the offensive line. This is the backup offensive line except for Steve Ford.
Wow.
Look at Plants. Mano a mano with Larry McLeod.
Anthony Becht also with a great block, the tight end downfield.
Walk-in touchdown.
It took them only 6 plays to go 62 yards and put another 7 on the board. Scoreboard reads West Virginia 28 and Marshall 3. That touchdown makes it 28-3 Mountaineers. 10:51 remaining in the opening half, and the Mountaineers lead 28-3. It is all West Virginia, as the scoreboard totals attest.
The key is at the bottom, John. 172 yards for West Virginia University. Marshall, 86. And whoever said the statistics were for losers?
Moss is 88. A little smaller next to him, that's Mark Wicks. One of them will be returning this kick, maybe. Jay Taylor's done a good job in handling the kickoff so far.